everyone, my name is Diva. I am a reseller on Amazon, Poshmark, Mercari, and eBay. I sell clothing items and health and beauty on these platforms, and I also sometimes sell like other things too, just whatever I can find. I started selling about 5 years ago. It's probably longer. I don't even know anymore. My business has almost gone over under two times. And yeah, I literally just started selling my daughter's baby clothes. I became a single mom in 2014, and it was really hard because I was still living with my ex and I needed to move out and provide for Claire. So going from a stay-at-home mom to a single mom is like a really big rift. Luckily, I'd only had a year to, I had a year to like experience it, so I wasn't like stuck, I guess, if that makes sense. Like had a job like right before I had my daughter. So, but yeah, so I started selling her baby clothes, her baby toys on eBay, stuff like that after I created my account. You literally just go in to eBay, you create an account, add a bank account, sign up. Yeah, it was very easy for me to do, so I just did it. And so after I gained some revenue from selling old baby clothes and old, toys, I started going to estate sales and auctions and trying to purchase vintage items. Now, trying to learn vintage items and stuff is very difficult for me. I had to do a lot of research, and I also had somebody helping me, but I don't know. After a while, they're like, okay, your turn. You just go by yourself. And I was like, whoa, I don't know everything. So I started buying stuff to resell, and I felt like I wasn't really making a lot of money on it because stuff became broken when I shipped it. It was glass and ceramic and, you name it. And so after a couple things broke and I lost my money completely, I was like, okay, I need to do something else. I needed more volume because I wanted to send stuff to Amazon. I had been couponing for a few years before that, and I had a pretty big couponing stockpile. And I was like, okay, you know what? I'm going to take this stuff. And apparently it sells pretty good if you bundle shampoos and stuff. So I took the shampoos and the soaps and everything that I was buying in my stockpile from couponing, and I decided to submit that to Amazon. And then I was like, okay, well, I love health and beauty because I started making like $400 to $500 a month doing that. So, yes. So I took that $500 and I started buying toys. Like me and my daughter would, this is ridiculous. We would go to Kmart and I would give her a toy to play with. And then I would sit there for an hour and scan like every single toy item. And I started selling, like action figures, like WWE action figures. Apparently those still sell really well today, so if you find any. But no, I'd find clearance and just I'd resell that. So I took that $500 and I turned it into $1,000. Well, right when I was about to get my business license, I broke my leg, and I got despaired because I was like, I couldn't go to do retail arbitrage anymore. I couldn't go and buy toys. I couldn't, go couponing like I wanted to. So for 3 months, I decided within the 3 months to buy liquidation. So I started buying liquidation, and that's where my first video came up, my 888 lots video. That was my very first lot from them. I decided to record for review that I did for Product Sourcing 101 on Facebook. And after that, I just started buying from different companies so that you don't have to, okay? So, and that's how it started rolling on by. I've tried every business model available. I've probably tried, you name it, retail arbitrage, online arbitrage, which didn't work for me because you have to do a lot of research and spend a lot of time, or you can buy a list, but I don't like spending a lot of money on something I can do myself. You spend money on stuff that you can't do or don't want to do, right? So yeah, and I even bought private label, and that was the second time I almost lost my business. I bought a whole bunch of products from China for private label, and they had a great market, but all of a sudden, 50% of the inventory was defective. Apparently, my inspector was not, I don't know. I don't know what happened there. But yeah, so I had to throw out 50% of my inventory. I barely broke even. I didn't even break even because I kept getting custom fees and stuff. Um, but yeah, so that was not good. If I do it again, I'd find US based or go over there myself, but I'm not really keen on dealing with China right now, especially with everything going on in the world, because it's good to keep up with that stuff if you're in business. Um, so yeah, I almost lost my business then. And yeah, I was getting to the point where I was making six figures a year after that. After I paid that back, that, that debt, I just hustled a whole bunch. I had a prep center that I was using, and I would buy like, pallets and stuff, and I was just rolling, selling HBA and selling just random toys and just everything again. And I don't know what happened. Like 2 years ago, my sales started dropping. So now I'm making five figures, which I'm not insanely happy about, but I'm trying to get up to where I was before because, after the prep center fell through and everything, I felt like, and I started doing everything myself in a small apartment. I feel like, I feel like I'm at square one again, but yeah. Anyway, so that's my little story. I don't know if it inspires you or encourages you or not, but I just want you to know that no matter what stage of life you are in, your chapter isn't, the same chapter as the person next to you. Their chapter 5 is maybe your chapter 10. And, but yeah, so. Okay, and there was another thing I wanted to address after telling my little story, was something called market saturation. Okay, market saturation is pretty much when the volume for a product or service is maxed out in a market. Like, say you go on eBay with a product and there's like 100 listings for it, and you're in despair because you're like, I really want to sell this product, but there's 100 listings. What am I going to do? I'm going to be like 1 out of 100. How would somebody find me? Okay, well, you need to look at the sold items and determine how many are being sold each month to be able to gauge, okay, well, I may have 100 listings, but hey, like half of those get sold every month. So actually my chances went down from 1 out of 50, right? And sometimes market saturation could actually help you in such a way. Replenishables, right? If you sell something like a light bulb or a body wash, right? People are going to need that again after a few months. So they're going to come on, and guess what? They're going to buy it again. The body wash, could be gone in a month or two. They'll be online looking for the same one again if they liked it, or a different brand or something. But pretty much just make sure you have competitive pricing. You have marketing strategies like advertising and stuff like that, so that people, when they go on the page, they need it again, they can find you and buy from you. So don't be afraid of market saturation. Now, if it's like a one-off thing, like something that isn't rare, that isn't replenishable, like some kind, see, the toys category is very picky about this. Like, yeah, it's like stuffed animals or something. You have to, people are constantly not buying stuffed animals because they last so long. So stuff that lasts a very long time, like cars, like, I would be worried about market saturation for stuff that lasts a very long time. You can be the gauge of whatever lasts a long time to you. Nowadays, pretty much everything is made to be replaced. So, unless you're looking at like a bread maker or like a larger appliance, I think those, since they're supposed to last a few years, I think maybe if you buy a brand that, just sits there, it might not be a great buy. But yeah. But yeah, competition in the marketplace is really good. Just look at insurance companies and, I mean, dealerships, stuff like that. Like, pretty much when you buy a big, expensive stuff, competition becomes really important because then once again, the market saturation can really bring you down. Yeah. Just make sure your value is, you know, make sure you provide value to your customer, you know, and customer service is the key, I think, for people to come back and buy from you. All right. Anyway, those are just my thoughts. Thank you so much for hanging around and chatting. If you like my video, don't forget to subscribe. And if you want to see more, hit that notification bell. And as always, have a great day. Bye.